In today's tutorial, you will need a UV lamp, 2 gel polishes, top coat and base coat, a dotting tool, a palette and a nail tip. If you are going to attempt to do these nails, make sure harmful objects like polish or acetone are kept away from animals or children. Work in a clean area to prevent spillage. Make sure to stay in a well-ventilated room. If you are under 16, you need parental consent to use nail art equipment. Welcome back to another tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to do a spiral nail. Firstly, we're going to need to do our base coat. So we're just going to do a nice thin layer of this. Once that is done, we're going to put this into the UV lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you what size dotting tool we'll need. So we're going to need a smaller size dotting tool, as if we use a bigger one, there's a chance that if you accidentally mess up or get it too close to the line, it's going to be too thick and more harder to fix. Whereas when we use a smaller one, it's so much easier to be able to move it around and do the proper shape of the swirl. I have tried using a brush for this, but I found that the dotting tool makes it more easier. Okay, so once that is done curing, we're going to use our base coat. So I'm going to be using white, but you can use any colour you'd like. But make sure that your base colour is lighter than your swirl colour, or just make sure that the colour that you use as a base, you need to make sure it can still make the swirl stand out, because if they mix a bit too well, if you do a light pink and then a little bit of a more lighter pink, then you're not going to really be able to see the swirl as much. Okay, once you are happy with that, you're going to put this into the UV lamp for 60 seconds. And don't forget to do your lid up. So whilst we're waiting for that to cure, we're going to grab our second colour. I'm going to be doing a nice yellow. It looks a bit lighter, but when it goes on the nail, it looks a lot better. So we're just going to do a dot. So you need to, with the dot, you need to make sure that you've got quite a bit, but not too much that you're wasting lots, because you need to make sure that you get enough on the dotting tool so you don't have to keep going back and dipping it in. Okay, so once that is done curing, we are going to start with the swirl. Now this bit is quite complicated, so you're going to have to make sure that you're watching very, very carefully. So you're going to start by doing a dot right in the centre, like so. And now you need to bring it out and around. Like this. And now you'll just need to keep bringing it around. One thing that I find helps me is moving the nail as I'm doing the lines. So I find just doing something like this helps me. Right now I am dragging the dotting tool and moving the nail around so I can create a good swirl. And then once you've reached like the end, you just start from the corner and then just go like this. So you start from the corner, bring it around. Like that. And then same with the top. And once you're happy with how your swirl is looking, you're going to put this into the UV lamp for another 60 seconds. I'm just going to quickly finish the one. So you're going to put that in for another 60 seconds. Once you're happy with how it looks. And once you're done, you need to wipe your dotting tool and then wipe the excess off your palette. After that is done curing, we're going to grab our top coat and just do a thin layer of that to make it nice and shiny. And then you're going to put this in for the last 60 seconds. You should all have yourself a nice swirl nail. I hope you all enjoyed that tutorial and found it fun and easy to follow. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!